here is at 0.9%.
The Minister of Health, Jane Ruth Aceng, today responded to the Parliamentary COVID-19 Taskforce report that highlighted a number of discrepancies in how the ministry has managed the COVID-19 funds it has received.
Honorable Speaker and honorable members.
From the onset, the minister faulted the committee report for failing to commend the government efforts in the fight against the pandemic and instead focused only on the shortcomings.
That the task force report does not carry any commendations for the good work and the ongoing efforts by government in fighting the COVID-19 pandemic.
There is no need to be defensive. Absolutely no need. These are challenges which the sector has.
On the misappropriation of the 22.1 billion meant for the establishment of COVID patients isolation centers in districts, as recommended by Parliament, Aceng noted that the money was spent on other critical items. These included 1.9 billion spent on Nambole Stadium Treatment Center, 3.8 billion for procuring 20 sleeper tents, 4.6 billion for quarantine centers, while 11.5 billion was paid to hotels that acted as isolation centers for Ugandans who returned from abroad.
Right, Honorable Speaker, honorable members, we appreciate the task force for the observation. The Ministry of Health did not plan to set up 20 isolation centers per district. However, we repurposed mental health units into isolation or treatment centers in the 15 regional referral hospitals at that time.
Force recommendation that we need to set up isolation centers at the lower health centers, especially the health center force. I think that is a noble recommendation.
Now I can see you are giving another expenditure line. But Parliament, the record it has is that this money was for the 20 isolation centers.
Aceng further admitted to a shortfall of 1,214,202 of the 37,916,250 masks her ministry was meant to procure at 90 billion shillings.
The observed shortfall of 1,214,202 masks was due to additional masks distributed to the districts due to discrepancies in the projected population figures from UBOS and the actual population figures.
The discrepancy in the figures of masks and purchases. True, we had again different accountabilities, and one aspect was missing in some other accountability, and the minister noticed it that actually the discrepancy exists.
With these and other discrepancies, Parliament has now adopted the recommendation of the task force for the Auditor General to carry out a forensic audit into how over 4 trillion shillings government has so far put into the COVID-19 fight since March 2020 has been spent.
Not all this money was spent by the Minister of Health. There is a lot of money which was not spent by Minister of Health. That's why we need to do a forensic audit. Because let the Minister of Health not explain all the money. There are people who took this money.
The Auditor General carries a forensic audit on the funds appropriated to fight COVID-19 and report back in 2 months.
Habad Ziwa, NTV at Parliament.